My Hero Ultra Rumble's been out for roughly getting ready to be about 2 weeks now. The meta's already starting to get into play. We know what characters people are using. Everybody's starting to learn the game. And if you're just now hopping into the game, you're probably a little bit behind and you probably need some things to catch up. And that's what we're going to be doing in this video. Basically going to be covering all the things to get beginners up to speed, and also some things if you've been playing the game to help you get more wins and help, maybe your experience in this game be better and just clear up some things. So if this is something you might be interested in, stay tuned to the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all those nice things. And right now, our anime question for today is going to be about this game. Let me know in the comments, who is your favorite character to play with? Right now, I've really been enjoying playing Toga, but I don't have her unlocked yet. So let me know who y'all really like in the comments. So we get to the things, the key points that you need to know before we actually get into the beginner tips is basically how this game works. So it's going to be an 8-team 3-man battle royale. And basically what you're going to be doing is trying to eliminate all the other teams before the circle closes. And then that's when things go down and the match ends. Pretty similar to Fortnite, but the things that's different with this is each character is going to have their own unique skills. They're going to have an alpha, beta, and gamma quirk, and also a special action. And this special action could be a variety of things like helping down opponents, also moving around, and also being able to protect yourself whenever you go down. But also, these things cannot be changed. So once you load in with a character, there's no changing your quirks or changing your skills. It's only going to be upgrading your skills, and that's where these cards come in, which are going to allow you to also upgrade your quirks and also heal and also support your allies. Unless you're somebody like Toga who has a quirk that allows you to switch characters, you're going to basically be stuck with what you have. So when we get into the actual breakdowns of some things that's going to help you in some beginner guides, the first thing is going to be unlocking characters. You got to understand how to unlock characters, and I know their method of doing things can be a little confusing. So basically there's 3 ways you can get characters. It's going to be roll tickets, character tickets, and also the special license. So when you start off with the special license, this is basically just going to be normal progression and XP that you get from doing normal battles. This is going to allow you to get Todoroki, Tsuyu, Bakugo, Toga, Mr. Compress, and All Might. And you can buy hero crystals to get these points quicker and to go through these levels quicker, but there's no need to do it because you're going to get all of this automatically. Now the harder one is going to be the roll tickets, and this is where all the newer characters, the newest characters that come out are going to go. So Kirishima, Momo, and Ibara, these characters are going to be there, and the percentage of getting these characters is very low, but the good thing is you're also going to get cosmetics and also voices and things, and when you get duplicates, these are going to carry over to your third method of getting characters, which is when you get duplicates, you get hero souls, and what you can use these hero souls for, if you go to the shop, you can buy a character ticket, and this character ticket is going to allow you to get other characters that are being featured in the character ticket drop box. Right now, they currently have on there Ida, Kaminari, and Tendo. Once we get new characters like Aizawa and Endeavor, more than likely Kirishima and Momo will be moving over there, and probably either Ida or Tendo will be leaving it, and you'll be able to get these characters using a character ticket. So it's very good for you to keep your character tickets and save your hero souls, because whenever you don't get characters using the roles, you can very much get them easily with the character ticket, because there is no gacha system with this, and I'm very glad that they implemented this. And when you look at one of the developer blogs, they said there's going to be a max of 4 role characters and a max of 4 character ticket characters. So we know at least one of these characters, once Aizawa and Endeavor come, are going to be moving, and we'll be able to get them with a normal character ticket. The second thing is going to be understanding agencies. Now, you don't have to necessarily join agencies to enjoy this game, but it will help, and it will allow you to contribute in other events and also get, special XP bonuses and other rewards and stuff from contributing with your teammates. They kind of hid this in the menu, but if you just go down to the bottom in the bottom right hand corner, click on the menu, and then you go over to the agency, you can create or join an agency, and this will allow you to start joining with your teammates. Number 3 is going to be customization, and we're not talking about character customization, we're talking about customization of your banner. Yes, your banner. While this might seem like something that's not really that important, they have a bunch of key things on here and cool things that you can do to specialize you as a character. You can say what your special role is, you can also say what characters you main, you can also say you're just looking for friends, or if you're just trying to play casual, and this is going to allow you to communicate with people without actually being in the party, for people that actually check these things, and it's going to be very helpful with you collaborating and finding the right people that mesh right for you in this game. The next thing is going to kind of be together. It's going to be 2 things, which is going to be number 4 and 5, which is going to be learning characters and training mode. This game has a training mode which is very good. In this training mode, you can change the levels of your quirks to see how they change and how much stronger they get over time. For example, people like Cementos, his walls start off small whenever they're level 1, but once you get to level 9, these walls become extremely large and very distracting, and it can very much help your opponents and also help your allies and help you get away from opponents. Other characters like Momo, with her Gamma quirk, she starts off only being able to use 1 cannon, but once you get to level 9, she can use 3 cannons, and if you're using this on top of a hill, it's pretty crazy. This training mode can be used to go in and see what is the full potential of the quirks of the characters that you're wanting to use. The only downside of this is you can change the bots and you can make them attack and use their quirks or just run away from you. But when you put them on attack mode, you're sadly going to be in a 3 versus 1 situation unless you don't make all of them move. But I think this is a pretty good thing that allows you to practice going up against a full team by yourself and trying to survive. It allows you just to see if you can really get things done. And I highly recommend you try practice mode and really learn your characters. And the good thing also is that even characters you don't have unlocked, you can use them in practice mode as much as you want, and you won't use any of your rental tickets. The next thing is when we're talking about the learning characters. You need to make sure you go to the character page, look at the skills, look at what everybody's strength is and what they can do. Some characters even have lower health. People like Uraraka and things like that are going to have lower health, whereas Kirishima has the highest health in the game right now because of him being such a tanky character. And each of these characters have unique, distinctive skills that are going to help you in certain situations, like Mr. Compress and Cementos. While these characters might not be good in hand-to-hand combat and just fighting people, they're very good at supporting their teammates, with Cementos have an ability that allows you to get up an enemy and protect them with a wall, and Mr. Compress being able to compress allies and get away with them. This is pretty cool, and also you can just look and see what they can do, and you can see every level and what gets increased whenever you're using these levels and you're getting better in the matches. It's good for practicing as a full team also, because if you're practicing with teammates, you can practice what you're going to do and learn what you're actually going to do when you're actually going into these real matches. Number 6 is going to be drop points. Now, you can drop wherever you want in the map, but a good rule of thumb for me is to not go wherever the golden chest is, and I also just try to learn a spot that I really like, because the main thing is you can very much go into combat in the beginning of this game, but the best thing to do is level up your quirks and then go take people out. And that's what you just got to do. You got to find your spot, find out what works for you. Me personally, I like to go to the bridge, but there's lots of other places and there's lots of other things you can do, but make sure that you're also dropping with your teammates, which can be pretty hard during solo queue because randoms sometimes will just go wherever they want to go. But that's when you got to be the bigger person and sadly follow them, and if you know they're going to a crowded area, maybe drop a little bit off to the side and just make sure to get some revive cards so you can be there to support when you need to. The next thing is going to be cards, and this is going to be the key part, because this is how you level up your quirks and how you keep the game going. Make sure to save cards for your teammates and mark them on the map using your D-pad so they can know where it's at, especially if you're having somebody that's actually paying attention to that. And make sure not to just get rid of your cards. I always like to keep a support card, because each of these cards, if you don't use them, the character cards will allow you to get different boosts. If you're using a rapid, it'll allow you to move quicker, and if you're using a support, it'll allow you to heal you and your teammates for a certain amount of time, which can be very effective in a match, especially if you just don't have any normal heals. And it's just very good to level up your quirks and pick which quirk works best for you, what is going to be the most effective, and level that up. It's always best to level one quirk up and go in an order instead of trying to level them all up equally, especially if you're not going to be using that quirk. The next thing is going to be know other characters and know their weaknesses. This is going to know the matchups that you can and that you can't win. You're not going to really have a good chance of winning a battle with a Cementos going against a Todoroki or even a Bakugo or a Deku. You're going to need to have your teammates with you. So you just got to know what the strength of your characters is. Know that Mr. Compress does his best from high grounds because he can shoot his cars off, but he's not good whenever you're close up on him and actually being able to hit him. Knowing that Froppy is a character that's very good at keeping their team alive because she can turn invisible and revive allies from a distance, and she also is the fastest moving character that's hard to catch. You just got to know which characters you need to target, which characters you need to get down, and which characters you can ignore, and know what their weaknesses is, like Shigaraki not being able to really deal with ranged fighters, and also Kirishima because he doesn't have any ranged strikes. Knowing who to attack is going to help you win a lot more in this game. We move over to the next tip. Is going to be if you get down to get out of sight. And this is going to kind of go into things with reviving as well. If you didn't know, the main way that you get revives is from helping civilians as a hero or scaring the civilians as a villain. And you can find a lot of these civilians in the collapse zone, but if you see them, always try to get those revive cards, because those are going to come in handy when it comes to bringing back your allies. And if you ever go down, do your best to get out of sight, go hide in a bush, find a way to survive. A lot of times people will ignore you and not even fully get you down because they don't think it's really going to have too much of an effect later on, or they're just getting too caught up in the battle. Make sure to keep yourself alive and not die, because it's going to help your teammates out a lot more. And the last tip is going to be don't quit. As frustrating as I know it could be to be playing with a bad team, you reduce your chances of winning 30% more whenever you leave, because it's only a 3-man team, especially if it's just a rage quit. Hey, we're just here to have fun and enjoy the game, so hey man, don't quit. Don't leave your team hanging. But let me know in the comments what y'all think about these beginner tips and these things that I gave y'all, and just, you know, breaking down some things that were a little bit confusing about the game. And let me know how y'all have been enjoying the game. Have y'all been having fun? Are you like it? Are you not liking it? And who are you more excited to see, Aizawa or Endeavor, whenever they come to the game? Let me know all that in the comments, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one, man. We out.